I'm at the maximum of Facebook friends, and I've got about, I don't know, 16,000 Twitter followers, whatever it is. I end up reading quite a lot of things that people send me. So people will say, you know, thought you might be interested in this. And it's becoming much more, in a funny sort of way, it's a bit like the old village square, you know, that concept, where people would wander down to the village square to find out, you know, what was going on and who was up to what and what the gossip was and who was thinking what. And I sort of think, I see the internet to some extent, particularly Facebook and Twitter, to some extent I see them as a little bit of that kind of concept. I think that's, you know, it's really interesting the way that again, social networking is so important in this. People are not having their responses conditioned by the media in the way that they used to. I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about everything. When Gordon did the interview with Piers Morgan, I mean, it reminded me of when Tony did Des O'Connor, and all the papers went, you know, kicking him all over the place. What on earth is he doing talking to Des O'Connor? The public really liked it. And what's more, a bit like with the Piers thing, it was one of those moments that people talked about, whereas most broadcasting moments now, they're not moments at all. I always, you know, it's like the politicians, most of them are quite professional, they know how to do an interview, most of the interviewers are just trying to trip them up. And the result is they all play for a 0-0 draw, and it's boring. Whereas, you know, when you get something that's a bit interesting, people kind of really latch onto it. If the public, through Twitter, Facebook, MySpace and all the rest of it, if they can get their reactions out in the same time frame to the same events as politicians and media, that takes a lot of the power away. I mean, it's interesting how, you know, Cameron's posters, the airbrushed posters so-called, they were completely killed on Twitter and Facebook by people doing their own versions and sending them to each other. And, you know, none of us know how many people saw them, but I bet it's as many people who saw the posters. So that's a sort of example of where, like Obama, I've quoted in this piece Obama's guy, David Plouffe, you know, they said that there were times when they felt that their campaigners, the words that they were spreading about Obama were every bit as important as anything that Obama himself was saying.